Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. Viewers, tonight we'll again focus on two issues. First, the growing anger in Arunachal Pradesh against China's continued aggression, which has led to some pertinent questions being raised by the people of the frontier state. Secondly, viewers, we shall also get views on whether the current situation in the national capital is a cause of big concern, in a sense that should protests be allowed to lead to alleged anarchy. But first, to the frontier state of Arunachal Pradesh. Well, Arunachal has been witnessing massive anti-China protests opposing the expansionist policies of the Chinese. From student bodies to common people, everyone hit the streets in the nook and corner of the state to oppose China's aggressive stand. The voice of the people of Arunachal is clear. China should put an end to its quote-unquote nefarious designs. However, in all these protests, the people of Arunachal have made one more extremely significant and pertinent point. Well, there is also a growing demand for immediate upgrade of infra along border areas and wholesome development of the villages, of the rural areas, the remote rural areas, to ensure there is no rampant migration to the district headquarters or the towns in the state. Well, that's something that needs to be done immediately, is what the student bodies, the civil society, the common people in the state think. To discuss the issue, I am being joined by Arunachal BJP spokesperson Dominic Tadar from Itanagar, former MP and Congress MLA, a vocal Congress leader, senior Congress leader from the state, Ninong Ering, joins me from Pasighat. And also joining me from Itanagar is Tabam Dai, the General Secretary of the APSU. A very warm welcome to all of you, gentlemen. First, I would like to go to Mr. Ninong Ering. Mr. Ering, you have always been very vocal about issues relating to China. And yes, there is widespread sentiments across the state against China, against China's expansionist policies. But there is something that is not new. It keeps on happening, sometimes in Ladakh, sometimes towards Sikkim, sometimes in Arunachal. And there is nothing much that probably at this moment can be done about it, but that is something diplomatic. What we can probably do, the thing that we can probably do right now is we can start within our country, and probably development, infrastructure development is the key to hold China for now.
Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Jai Hind.
I'm sure the discussions we have got very.
Okay, we just lost the line there with Ninong Ering. Dominic Tadar, the same question to you, Dominic Tadar. We all know that there is widespread anti-China sentiments for obvious reasons in Arunachal Pradesh, but it is time to press the gas button as far as development is concerned, isn't it?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
As far as the development is concerned, the government of India has taken very strong step in this regard, and ranging from Tawang to Anjao, the last district, and basically the government of India is targeting the infrastructure development. Like, for example, the impossible thing, the railway link to Tawang from Misamari, Assam, for the swift military movement and public movement is being planned, and it is under consideration. And there is a tunnel below Sela Pass in Tawang, which is below than 4,000 feet. And there is another tunnel which is coming up at Tenga, and likewise there is military movement which is much larger than before, and to give confidence to the people in the international boundary. And as I have said earlier also, the government of Arunachal Pradesh is also planning to establish 10 villages in the international boundary so that the people over there, they do not come down to the plain and urban areas, so that this displacement from the international boundary is stopped. So therefore, we are planning 10 villages in the international boundary with proper census and infrastructure. These are the plannings that the state government is taking up in the state of Arunachal Pradesh so that we settle the villages along the international boundary of the state of Arunachal Pradesh. And at the same time, the government of India is building 7 advanced landing ground and for which 4 are already operational, not only for military but for the civilians also. And you have seen the government of India is undertaking underground tunnel under the Great Brahmaputra River for the swift movement of public and the military, so that the military of the country can swiftly move into the international boundary. And I've also earlier said that the largest railroad bridge of Bogibeel has already been inaugurated at in the state of Assam, connecting Dibrugarh and Pasigat in Arunachal Pradesh.
Oh, these are, okay, this is...
And apart...
Okay, this is what exactly we are talking about. If we have Tawamdai connected, Tawamdai, we wanted to go to Mr. Ninong Ering for the first comments. Okay, we have Mr. Ninong Ering here, but Mr. Ering, this is exactly what we're talking about, communication. I'm finding it difficult to connect with you from the studio. The poor communication that we're talking about, this is exactly what we're talking about. Time to step up, road infra, telecom, everything. It's a difficult task connecting to someone sitting in Pasigat from here in our studios in Guwahati. We are struggling, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir, but this is the reality perhaps that we are facing still.
Yes. Jai Hind, Navroji, like my younger brothers, Dominic and Obama there, frankly speaking, the issues that you have taken up, that Arunachal Pradesh is really the infrastructure that has to be really developed. Because of the pressure of China, we have seen that they are treating us as southern Tibet, and they still claim any issue that is, suppose the Honorable Prime Minister comes here, or His Excellency, the President of India comes to us, they make a UN of that. Frankly speaking, especially what you really wanted to, I think, ask is about the issue that of the construction of the villages in Maja area of Taksin. We have these issues everywhere. We have that in Kaling, we have that in Kibito, we have that in Chaklaham. There are no roads. We won't say it is the government or the UP government or whoever's concerned. But since the last 60 years, we have not developed Arunachal Pradesh as it should have been. The recent kidnapping of the children in Nacho, or now the construction of buildings in Taksin, or the encroachments that have taken in Pulising or Chaklaham. So that area dominance by the Chinese, and making of their infrastructure, strengthening their infrastructure, the whole of the Arunachal, the borders. So this is a thing we have to, it's a big concern, we have to think about it. Whatever the internal policies of China, I don't know. But I think instead of, saying that Arunachal Pradesh, we are lacking in infrastructure, we have to make those villages, we have to strengthen them. Like you're saying, communication has to be done. Communication is not only roads.
Absolutely.
It has to be the internet connectivity, the air connectivity. These things are really we have to think of. Otherwise, we will have a kind of brain drain. Just as intelligent people of the interior here, they come down, They like to these urban areas, they come to the cities, they come to the towns. So we have to take the towns and the cities back down into the villages.
Absolutely.
Like, I appreciate Honorable Prime Minister's asking all his ministers to come to the northeast regions. So that way we also have to take the infrastructure right down into the villages. So I think that way we can prevent it. Others will have a very tough time. And we have to make diplomatic relations with China. Of course, the students are now agitating, the people are agitating, especially the APSU have really taken up the helms of affairs. But what can they have to again seek the center's effects. Until and unless we have the diplomatic ties strengthened, I don't think any, we making dharnas here or just shouting that
Absolutely,
China go back
absolutely. You have
will
hit the
bring a
bullseye.
solution.
Absolutely, dharnas wouldn't help. Tobamdai, the APSU-led protests were held across the state yesterday. Big response, big turnout. But significantly, even the APSU has pointed out that yes, we need to look within. Infrastructure has to be developed. Development has to be the key priority. That is something that the APSU has highlighted, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Our protest, yesterday's protest, and as you have said earlier, this is not a new issue because this issue has been dragging on for so many years. It's almost like 50 years after the 1962 war.
Okay, we are facing network issues there. Okay, I think we are reconnected with Tobamdai. Yes, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. We are demanding that you see, at this age, at this time, nobody wants a war. We all know that, and our demand to the central government, the BJP government right now in the center, is that they have also have to give a big push in the development sector. Like our elder brother Nino Iringji has said that it's not only about roads. Other infrastructure like hospitals, schools, and even the telecommunications, they have to be upgraded like at par with the neighboring country, what they are doing. So this one is that we have clearly stated our yesterday's dharna, the protest it's a symbolic this one. Symbolic this one, we are outrightly rejecting.
All right, there we have it, the connectivity issues. Dominic Tadar, yes, the BJP-led government in the center, has taken a number of initiatives for the state of Arunachal Pradesh, especially as far as road infra is concerned. But as far as development of villages is concerned, specifically, do you think that is still starting a bit late in the day?
Yeah, I absolutely feel that it is always better to start. So the process of rebuilding, the process of
Yeah, go
creating
ahead.
confidence amongst the people, especially especially living in the advanced area in the near the international boundary, that along with the infrastructure, the government of Arunachal Pradesh has from the very beginning has established a department, BAD, Border Area Development Department, which is working very strongly in the advanced area near the international boundary, giving confidence to the villages and giving all infrastructure development, schools, hospitals, and other required essential services and infrastructure development in the international area where the villages are being settled in the advanced areas. And along with it, now we have seen that among the 125 roads that are being proposed at the long stretch of international border, 27 roads are coming up alone in Arunachal Pradesh. And all these, as you have rightly pointed out, it might be seeming a bit late in connection with the development of the infrastructures, including roads, airways, railways in the international boundary. But you see, the BJP is in power for the last 7 years only. And within a short span of 7 years, many things which I have already said has come up and is coming into full form. And in few years to come, we would like to see full-fledged villages at the international areas where it is bordering with China. And in few years' time, we would like to see that all road connectivities that are being started at
We
full
will have to
swing
wait and
will be
see. We
connected
will have
with
to
the-
wait and
with
see.
the
We will
villages
have to wait
in
and
the
see.
international-
It sounds ambitious. Ninong, yes, we look forward towards the center for everything. But does the state government's job end there? Can we have something on mission mode? Let's identify certain areas probably which we want to develop in the first stage. Let's submit a proposal to the center. Can we take it forward in that way? Because what is required in Arunachal Pradesh is something to be done on mission mode, isn't it? We can't say that, okay, it's things are going on, projects are coming in. We should have a clear picture of where we want to head in the next 5 years or so, Ninong. And I'll also take Tobam Dai's reaction on that. Yeah.
I completely agree with you. I think we should have a mission mode with a vision. When we, of course, my younger brother Dominic is saying that in the 7 years, the BJP has done a lot of things. I'm not a politician. I won't say about politics. See, when we speak about the Northeast, or especially Arunachal Pradesh, let us go back. Let us go back about even during the 1960s, 62 war and all. You will see that since that time also, let it be the India government, let it be the UPA government also. See, that zeal to do things, that mindset that yes, we have to do something for the Northeast, or especially for Arunachal Pradesh. We are saying that we have to develop Arunachal Pradesh. If you go back and say, I'll give you a practical proof that Dr. Manmohan Singh, when he was the Prime Minister, I was an MP, in fact, even I was a Union Minister at that time, a 20,000 crore project had been given for the road networking. And it was done, and the projects that are still going on are of those days. I'm not saying party-wise. UPA, NDA, whoever comes. But we, like you say, we have to have this vision. We have to have a kind of a step forward. We have to take the distance of to achieve that. It's thousands of miles, but one step forward. Better late than never. We have to start. Now, yeah, we cannot compare with Mumbai or Bangalore or with Maharashtra, Karnataka, Chandigarh. See, these cities cannot be compared with Arunachal Pradesh. I always tell my own Chief Minister, Mr. Pema Khandu, I really appreciate him. He's got a very good vision. He's really wanting to work for the people of Arunachal Pradesh. Even though we are of the Congress, he tells us that Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, or Sabka Vishwas. That is what we want. But the Vishwas is not coming from the central government. Let it be NDA, UP, I don't know. But it does not come. Last year we had a budget cut of 2,700 crores. Now we're going to have the budget session just in February. And here, what I come to learn is that there's going to be a 3,600 cut. Now imagine a state like Arunachal Pradesh, if you have a 3,600 budget cut, what do you expect infrastructure? Kahan se infrastructure? I don't think we will be able to even pay our own salaries. So this is a real concern, and the central government has to really think about it. They cannot just give us lollipops.
We have to still wait for that. We have to still wait for that. That has not come officially.
Yes.
Tobam Dai, well, the APSU for one has a reach across the state. Well, how difficult it is? How difficult it is, do you think, to sustain a village? Of course, most of them are self-dependent because they have no other option. But in the long run, how difficult it is to sustain a village if basic facilities are not available, and how long more can people wait?
You see, I totally agree with the statement you have. The words you have, the clear short is the mission mode. We are seeing that so many schemes are being announced, but the reality at the ground level, it's really different. We are seeing that railways have been announced, roads are being announced, but it's not going as per this one. It's not going in a efficient mode, and things are taking so much of time. And you cannot imagine that there are places where still roads have to reach, the places where this incursion are happening. It's because development are not reaching that places. That's why only the armies are, even it's very difficult for the armies for their movement. The security forces are having lots of difficulty in their movement also. So you see, what we are now demanding is that we are really frustrated by the meek response, the meek step taken by the central government, whether it's the BJP, whether it's the Congress. They are totally neglecting this frontier state. But it's time now. Now nobody wants nobody wants a full-fledged war. Nobody wants a war at this age and at this time. But what we are demanding now is that along with strengthening the security apparatus, major development has to be given to this state in order to counter the Chinese expansionist design.
Dominic Tadar, ALG's advanced landing grounds cannot be the solution. I think all of us are aware of that. ALGs in remote villages, remote areas cannot be the solution. What is needed are roads, schools, community health centers. As I said, how much time will it take for the government to come up with something in black and white, at least proposing that this is what the state government, with the help of the center, of course, wants to achieve for this frontier state, say in the next 5 years? Are we working towards that direction? Of course, we can have bridges connecting Northeast, which are strategically important. But here we are talking about the very basics. That is something which is different from the strategic part of, although both are interrelated. But still, as I said, the basic facilities need to be made available to the most vulnerable the earliest. Can we have something in black and white very soon? And everybody has to come on board, be it the opposition, be it the student bodies. Everybody has to play their role in this. We just cannot go there and protest and make demands, because it's something that concerns all of us. It is your state, and everybody has to coordinate and come together to achieve it, isn't it? But something has to be there. The government probably, of course, in consultation, should take the lead, and for the people to follow and pitch in.
Yeah, as I have said, the infrastructure development, especially the roads, as I have also mentioned, out of 125 roads proposed, 27 roads are coming up in Arunachal Pradesh. And as I have said, our government has already a department for the advanced area villages, which is settled near the international boundary, providing all essential requirements that we provide, including the basic requirement, the education, the hospital, and all required infrastructures are being provided by the government of Arunachal Pradesh. And of course, Madhav, as you have rightly said, the advanced landing ground is not the exact solution, but at the same time, the mission mode approach of development by the central government and the state government, Madhav, one of the most exemplary thing that we can share today is the railway line which has been linked to Naharlagun, the state capital of Arunachal Pradesh, and in the process, the tenders for connecting the country with the international boundary, as Madhav, we have already seen this national highway infrastructure. They have already taken up 6 roads, and the the chief engineer, recently they had conducted a meeting at Naharlagun in the headquarters of this BRO, and these 6 roads are also coming up in Arunachal Pradesh. And hopefully, these are the practical things which is happening, and whatever is happening to develop the state, especially along the international boundary, is on a mission mode by the central government and by the state government.
Yeah.
And
Ninong Ering,
rightly, Ninong Ering, sir, has said that, he has said that we have a very young and dynamic chief minister. His way of working is completely different from the rest of the chief ministers earlier, because he is very young, dynamic, and he's
all right, I'll have to cut you short. I'll have to cut you short, Dominic Tadar. Ninong Ering, Mr. Ninong Ering, veteran leader, will you still agree? I mean, you yourself said that it's not about party. It is the interest of Arunachal Pradesh that matters. Would you still agree that the BJP-led government in the centre has done better for the development of the state than probably the previous Congress governments? Very, very quickly, sir.
Very shortly, I'd say we have to change our mindset. We have to change the mindset of the people in Delhi. You are saying that we are going to develop Arunachal Pradesh and the Northeast. But you give us consumer affairs, you give us sports, you give us Ayush. See, when there is a cabinet meeting there and a policy decision, you have to have a cabinet minister. Is there a cabinet minister from the Northeast or even from Arunachal? You know, who can give a policy decision? Who is going to work for the Northeast? Now, we have very capable minister, Mr. Kiran Rijiju. Why can't he be made a cabinet minister? That is, if you give us a cabinet minister, development will come by itself. Until and unless you are in the policy making, we cannot do nothing, and they are just giving us lollipops. Let it be the UPA, NDA. I am saying center must think of Arunachal. You don't think of looking east. Don't look at the look east policy. You jump into Arunachal. You jump into the east. That's what I say.
All right, look at Arunachal. That's what you are saying. Need a cabinet minister. I hope the Prime Minister and Mr. Shah would be aware of this, of your expectations. Tabam Dai, last remarks. I'm running out of time. Do you think corruption, the issue of corruption, continues to be a major problem in the frontier state till date?
Yeah, corruption is also a big factor. But it's a vicious circle. It's not only about the politicians. Everyone somewhere is responsible for the deterrent development, as we have said about the corruption. But what we want now, the people of Arunachal Pradesh, one is that the development should not only be announced on the paper. It should be on the ground. What we want is that it should be what you have said earlier. It should be on a mission mode. It's a time bound development should be carried on in a time bound manner, and we are still seeing that so many announcements, so many roads are coming, but still in the ground, in the practical, we are seeing that nothing is happening right at the ground.
Absolutely, I've hit the bullseye there. Development has to be mission mode, and results should be seen on ground. Thank you so much, Tabam Dai. Thank you so much, Mr. Ninong Ering. Thank you so much, Dominic Tadar, for joining us on Bottom Line. We have to take a very short break here. On the other side, we'll discuss whether the thin line between an aggressive protest and anarchy is being maintained in this country. Short break.